on BBC Radio Derby.
Thank you to Chris on the phone who says the A52 Derby bound about half a mile from Pentagon Island. There's an accident in the inside lane. Emergency vehicles are there, not what you need when you want to get home. 01332 616161's phone number. And also John is on the M1 southbound and has just seen an accident at junction 29 in the fast lane. This involves two cars, so expect delays both on the A52 and also the M1 southbound as well this evening. 5:25. Now you may remember we've followed the story of Maxine Wood from Derby and her battle to lose weight over the last few years. Now last year she needed heart surgery, but she was told that she was too fat for the operating table, and she has actually lost some weight since. She had gastric surgery. Now the 47-year-old from Charleston, who weighs 28 stone, has suddenly gone blind in one eye, and she fears it could be linked to her diabetes due to her weight. Well, our radio car is with Maxine Wood now. Maxine, welcome to the programme.
Hello.
This must have been incredibly scary for you.
It was very, very scary.
You can see nothing out of one eye then?
I've got very little vision in my left eye and no vision at all in my right.
And what are the doctors saying about why this is the case?
It's a combination of two things. One, my diabetes being not under control, and also drugs that I took overdoses with many years ago.
Right. What's the doctor said about the long-term prognosis for this? And is this a temporary thing or a permanent thing? What are the doctors telling you?
They've told me to basically try just get on with life and move forward now. Sort of get on and learn to live with it.
So this is something that is a permanent thing,
yeah.
Then? It's not something that's going to go away?
No, it isn't.
What's going through your mind about this at the moment, then?
Well, I've gone through the anger, I've gone through the crying, I've gone through the, the frustration. It's just basically now a battle to find my independence again, because obviously it's very difficult when you've got no sight to find your way around even your own living room. So we're learning new skills every day. Me and Adrian are. We sort of like learning not to move things around too much and leave things in exactly the same place so I don't fall over stuff. And
don't want to fall over the dog either, clearly. Maxine as well, I mean, I know I've spoken to you many times as well in the past, and I remember going around a supermarket with you on a Saturday morning, because you were determined to lose weight, weren't you? This was something that was so important to you. It's not
been easy. I've gone up and down with my weight, and since I was put on insulin in July, I've actually put on 4 stone. So it's a vicious circle. You need the insulin to keep your blood sugars under control, but the insulin actually puts weight on. So it's a fight, and I'm just hoping that somewhere out there is somebody who will grant me the gastric bypass and help me lose the weight and keep the diabetes under control.
Yeah, what's the latest with the gastric ban? Because you were looking to do that, a gastric surgery, is that right?
Yeah, gastric bypass. I'm still waiting to hear from Prof. Larvin from the Derby City Hospital. I've written to him and sort of begged him basically to help me. I've not heard anything back from him, but I know he's got a lot of people to see, so I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that he will be able to help me.
You must be at the end of your tether, though, because there will be people listening to this now saying, it's a lifestyle choice for Maxine, and she's got to help herself essentially, and it's all her fault. But I know, having spoken to you, that this is something you are desperately trying to get sorted, aren't you?
Yes,
because you want to lose weight, you are trying to do the right things by eating the right food, but it hasn't happened for you.
No. I mean, if I said to you that I was on 1,900 calories a day, now I know that for my weight and my height, I should be on over 2,000 calories a day to lose weight. I'm not taking in those calories because I don't do enough exercise to take in those calories because of my disabilities. So it's a struggle to get an actual balance, a right balance to be able to lose the weight.
I know as well you've been working very closely with Jodie Bunting, who's a fitness and lifestyle coach. He's with us as well. Jodie, you've been helping Maxine. How hard has it been for her?
Absolutely. It's been a big struggle for Maxine. This week's National Obesity Week, Maxine's the single reason, why we need to understand that we are overweight. This time last year, Maxine was driving around in her car. Yes, she was losing a few stones, and now, she's going blind and she had to sell her car. So this just goes to show, just being a few stones overweight, yes, Maxine's morbidly obese, but people who are a few stones overweight can get diabetes and lose their sight.
Is that common then? Is that something that happens quite often, more often than it should?
Absolutely. There's a 40% risk of it increasing, you losing your sight because of diabetes. So it really just goes to show, Maxine's learned the hard lesson. And if we can help anybody else, and this is why Maxine's doing this interview today, because she wants to help other people, get back on track and don't let obesity ruin your life.
What's the long-term prognosis then for somebody like Maxine?
Well, I've actually been studying with the Overeaters Anonymous in America, really just to find out their approach. They're the world leaders on helping people lose weight who are morbidly obese. And their approach is not to do with diet and not to do with exercise, but all about mental and, changing your mindset. So this is the approach that I'm now on with Maxine, and hopefully we can get her down the scales.
Okay, Maxine, if I can turn to you finally, because I know we've got to head to the news. You're not going to let your head drop, are you? You're going to keep fighting this?
I'm going to keep fighting. I'm determined. If I can say, just being on the radio and talking to you, if I can help just one person change that course of their life so they don't end up like me, I will achieve so much.
Thanks for joining us this evening. That's Maxine Wood from Chaliton. Also, you heard from Jodie Bunting, fitness and lifestyle coach. It is Colin Broomfield, 3 till 7 o'clock tonight. To come in the next 30 minutes of the programme. We'll be talking